On this channel, we discuss various investments such as beekeeping, crop farming, and agroforestry. And at the same time, we share knowledge and skills to be able to compete in the future. Welcome to GWC Strategies. My name is Magembe. In today's episode, let's look at the technologies that you need to understand if you want to compete in the future. The first technology is artificial intelligence, that is AI and ML. Artificial intelligence, this is a simulation of human intelligence in machines. And the machine learning, this is that, we have programmed these machines to a point that actually they can be able to think on their own. And this is one of those technologies that you need if you want to compete in the future, because this is what is going to be used in the future. Like right now, we can be able to see that there is a lot of AI applications that companies have already launched. For instance, right now, Chat GPT 4. This is what has been on the news for the last few months. And for those of you who have already tried ChatGPT, you have seen that there is a lot that they can do. The way Google has been working is that when you type something in Google, when you're trying to search, Google brings you different information that is on different websites. But what has happened with this kind of AI ChatGPT, that when you are looking for something, you're searching for something, it's like you're talking to a person, and then the AI goes and searches everything on the internet, and it gives you exactly what you want, a summary of the information you're looking for. So you see, this is how the future is going to be. And for those of us who have already used ChatGPT, I've been using it actually to do research on various items. It's making my work very easy, and it's making a lot of people's work very easy. I mean, this is really awesome. For instance, if you want to program something, let's assume you're not a programmer, you haven't learned the languages like C++, Python, and Java, and you want to program something. You don't need to go to college. ChatGPT can actually help you do this. You can type whatever you want, and it can actually write for you a very nice program, a program that works. And this is the future. So if you want to be competitive in the future, you're going to need to understand how AI and ML works. Then you're ready for the future. The second technology that you need is actually robotics. Robotics is actually, these are machines that have been programmed to perform various tasks. For example, we have seen people, using industries using robots in their production line. Like right now, we have seen companies, when you order something and they want to deliver something to you, they have drones. These are actual robots, drones that get the item to your doorstep. People are working on robots that are going to be performing day-to-day tasks like cleaning the house, cooking, and taking care of your dog or something like that. All tasks in the future, most of them will be performed by robots. So if you really want to embrace the future, you're going to need to understand, learn, take time, learn, and understand about robots. Then you'll be ready for the future. The third technology that you need to learn if you want to embrace the future, it's it's called IoT. That is Internet of Things. Internet of Things is actually a network of interconnected devices. For example, in your home, you have a fridge, you have TV, you have to turn lights on, you have a microwave, you have different devices that are in your home. So if all these devices are interconnected and you can be able to access them on the internet, this is the Internet of Things. This is where the future is heading, that things will be interconnected. All the devices will be interconnected in your office, in your home, and you can be able to control this using your smartphone from wherever you are. You had left your lights on in the house, you can be able to turn off the lights. You want to control energy in your home, you can be able to do this. There's some tasks you need to do in the office, you can do this remotely. So the Internet of Things, this is the future. So go ahead, try to understand how this works. Take some time, 10, 15 minutes at a time, read about it. You don't need to go to the traditional school system to actually learn about these technologies. The fourth technology that you're going to need to embrace if you want to, be ready for the future is cloud computing. Cloud computing, this is actually storing things on the internet. If I can give you an example, it's like Google Drive. For those of us who've been using Google Drive, you know that you can store files there. You can do your Excels there. You can do your Word, MS Word on Google Drive. You can share files with your coworkers. You can do all these things there. And another example is Dropbox. You can do the same thing in Dropbox. There is another example which is Bitrex for those ones who store photos, share photos. You can do that on Pinterest. So you see, cloud computing is the future. Where you have all your files, everything is stored on the internet, and you can access this kind of documents from anywhere, wherever you are. You're on the beach, you are in the farm. You can access these files. We want to move from the traditional system whereby you go to a government office, for example, here in Kenya, and you ask for something, and these guys have to go and say, hey, let me check your file, and they have to try to find your file on the physical folders that they are, the cabinet that they have in the office, and sometimes they say, hey, we can't find the file, and this of course has been promoting corruption. So we want to move to online on the internet, where everything is stored there, and whoever accesses that file, there is a digital mark that so and so access this file at this time and this date. This is where we're heading to. So if you want to embrace the future, you're going to need to run this kind of technology. Another technology that you will need uh, to understand if you want to be ready to embrace the future is big data. Big data is like right now, the way we are saying that, there's these social media companies, there is Internet of Things. All of these things are actually generating data. So there is a lot of online data that's being generated since now all humans basically are moving to online. People are doing everything online. So there is a lot of data that is being generated. And this data is very important because now, if you are able to analyze this data, you can able to understand some patterns, some trends. So there are some big companies right now, like Amazon, Google, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all these companies, they actually having a lot of data that they've been extracting from you and me. And this data would need to be analyzed in the future. So if you want to compete in the future, you need to be able to understand this. Of course, there's privacy and ethical concerns about these big companies. They've been taking our data without actually permission. And, this is not very good. But based on this data that they have extracted from us, now they are able to sell things to us. That's why you see sometimes when you just type something on Google, and then it brings you quickly, and it brings you another advert that actually kind of what you're looking for. Is because they already know who you are, and so they already know who you are. So wherever you are online, they know what to bring to you. So you're going to need to embrace this kind of technology. You understand how big data works, so that no one takes your data. The last technology that we will look at today is blockchain. Blockchain is this is a distributed ledger technology that is secure, transparent, and tamper-proof. This kind of a technology is the technology of the future. I know when I talk about blockchain, what comes to your mind is Bitcoin. Yeah, of course, this technology is disrupting the finance, healthcare industry, and even logistics. For example, Bitcoin has disrupted the finance industry. You know that currently we are using fiat money. Fiat money means the money that we trust the government to just give us paper and tell us this is money. And what has happened is that governments have been printing money. The U.S. government is very notorious on this. They're always printing money. And you know what happens once they print a lot of money is that inflation increases. You see there's a lot of inflation increase for the last 2 to 3 years since they started printing money during COVID. So what is happening now with the blockchain? like for example, Bitcoin. This is a technology that actually no one can print more coins. So there is a limit. So these governments are going to lose control because when we embrace this kind of technology, they cannot be able to print any more money. That is for finance. And of course, blockchain is being used to store stuff, again, as I told you, for logistics and other things. So if you have time, actually, you do have time, take 15, 20 minutes whenever you're relaxing instead of watching TV and, entertaining yourself. Take some few minutes and read through these technologies, familiarize yourself, because I know you want to compete in the future. You will need to understand this kind of technologies, then the future will be yours. Thank you for taking time to actually listen to this kind of information. We hope that this will be an eye opener. You will take some time and you embrace these technologies so that when the future arrives, which is already here, you are not shocked. You embrace it and you live a good life. We will see you in another video.